Let's leave tennis and talk wrestling in Nigeria. Well, the Para World Cup is going on in Abuja. And of course, Team Nigeria, any sports, any events, any category they are going into, medals just keep flowing. And you ask yourself, they're actually hosting to win. And everyone has been talking about this is also going to help them in preparations for the Olympics. When we know that, we know obviously it's going to... Okay, before... Why am I jumping the gods?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, now this is what we have here, Nigerian wrestlers. They are set for the showdown in Algeria. And you know, these ladies, men, they are going to be in action. The girls are going to be in action on Saturday. And of course, the men is going to be on Sunday. And I decorate that everyone is looking at. You know, Nigeria, the last time, defending champions, I mean, they've won it 8 times. So you're looking for the 9th time now. Last time, 5 gold medals. They cleared everything clearable in that category in Tunisia. Right now, they're in Algeria. They arrived yesterday. And of course, both the ladies and the men, they are all eager to go to see if they can at least win something again, you know, in Algeria, or rather, the women retaining and the men winning more
Smart
medals.
money on this people, strong delegation down there, and hopefully when they step to the mats, give us something like they always do.
Yeah.
And you take somebody who is high on something to bet against us, making it a clean sweep
regularly,
like we always do, barring any unforeseen stuff. But I love the way they've kept themselves together, their travel plans, and I mean, no itches, no glitches. And I hope that when they get to the mats, the guys, there's more on the ladies' side, more expectation on the ladies' side, a lot of champions on the ladies' side, a lot of, not just even for this African champion, even at the Olympics, medal prospects. And I just hope they continue, everything just loops into the other, and we get to the Olympics, we get something. Not that I'm already, you know, looking past this tournament.
That's what you're trying to do.
But I do expect them to do well, and I know they will do well. I just hope that the consistency, you know, will be there, and when we are done with this, we're done with the next one. We get to the Olympics, medal prospects.
Yeah, I love what the captain, you know, actually said. He talked about the fact that Amas Daniel, look, they know they have the pressure is on them. They've trained so hard. So they're not just looking at the fact that the pressure is on them, they will underperform. But the fact that the pressure is what's going to spur them on to go and win. Find all the attentions have been on the girls simply because of their performance. Now they want to see if they can take that spotlight also by going there and perform so well. So that's what most of them are saying. And if they can do that, of course, wrestling is one of the sports that we think we can actually get a medal in that one. If we can get a medal in wrestling at the Olympics, that will be huge because we've never had it like that before.
Yeah. A lot of hopes resting, and guess you understand the reason for my optimism.
Yeah.
There's no football, so if there's anywhere we think we can get medals, it has to be this one.
It has to be that. Okay, let's leave wrestling.
The one you were eager to talk about.
Yeah, the powerlifting. I mean, just like anytime they step right there to lift the weight, and the next thing is there's going to be a medal on the card. That's how dominant, you know, Team Nigeria have been. You know, they said they're going to host to win, and that's what they've been doing so far. And you're looking at some of the wrestlers, the powerlifters, and you're asking yourself, how were they able to do this, judging from, you know, the build up to it and all that. But then we have so many medals right now that we've even lost count. You know, day 2, the 80 kg category, we have the likes of Ikechukwu, Obichukwu, you know, winning a silver medal in that one. Before a Brazilian, Disazo winning a bronze medal. Mohamed El Fat of Egypt winning a gold medal in that category. You know, other athletes who've also won medals. You have a Paulina Okpala winning a 132 kg. Ahmad Mohamed Mahmoud of Egypt winning another medal. Then Mariana Andrea of Brazil winning in 124 kg. So you just look at these athletes and you just know that, yes, once they step there on the another lift to lift the weight, what is going to come?
Keep tumbling.
Is it that world record or something else? Paul Kinde was another man again in 65 kg, successfully in lifting the 194 kg. Of course, it was a clean sweep in that one because another Nigerian, Mafutau Rasak, took a silver medal in the 182 kg. And of course, an Ivorian, Abdul Anu, had to settle for bronze in the 165 kg. So, I mean, it's keep coming, and the wrestlers, the powerlifters. Why am I talking wrestling this morning? I think it's just the Olympic medal that's just right here. It keeps coming, and it's like, that's basically the big thing. But these powerlifters, you're happy that they're actually making waves and just winning the medals for Nigeria.
Yeah, we're all happy for their achievements. Let's listen to some of them, some of their feats on day one. Let's hear them talk, share their experience. We'll come back for more Sports this morning.
The event was fantastic. At least, even if it wasn't, for the fact that I won a gold medal, it's fantastic for me. So it's really good. It's great. It went on very well. And the officials were being fair in their judgments and hoping for the government out there and the viewers out there that are watching us that we need more support. We need encouragement. At least we have done our part. They should show us appreciation that they really love what we are doing and they are right behind us. They should support us in any way they feel an athlete needs to be supported.
It's a pathway to Tokyo. We already have 14 on this pathway, and this is to solidify our chance before the International Federation that these 14 are on course, because we are supposed to attend these competitions and other qualifying before the Tokyo comes in June, August, as it may be, between the para and the able. And as we are doing here, our 14 people so far that have competed have shown their prowess, the fact that we are still on course for Japan 2020.
Yeah, I make a more challenge because the referees is more strength for us because I know how to play this in competition, but make convince any but it don't give anybody chance because you give challenge for me. But by now I'm learning more experience, but.
All right, so that's it. Listen to the key actors, of course, the powerlifters, sharing their thoughts, their experience, and all the whatnot, and very exciting times. All right, where do we go from here? Let's talk basketball. Cecilia, let me allow you to do the honors, talking about the ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the girls, I love what Coach Scott Naji said. He says, pick your battle. Check the one you can win and win that convincingly. And that was what the Tigers did last night against Mozambique. 85-51, that was how it all ended. And of course, Nigeria had to celebrate that victory, just a step closer to picking a ticket for the Olympics. Femi Adefeso is supposed to be here in the studio, but then, you know, when you're in Lagos, you understand what traffic can do to you. So he's stuck in traffic, but he will be joining us via Skype this morning to talk about the Tigers, you know, how they were able to overcome the Mozambicans, despite starting very slow, and the turnovers was really not so good, and the 3-point range wasn't something to really write home about. But then this is the result, confirmation of what went down. You know, Group A result, the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament taking place in Belgrade, right there in Serbia. Nigeria 85, Mozambique 51, and USA 88, and Serbia 69. So when I saw the US and Serbia result, I was like, yes, now this is a step forward for Nigeria. So right now they beat Mozambique, and Femi will be joining us. Femi, good morning. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, good morning, Cecilia and Yemi. How are you guys doing? I'm really sorry I can't make it to the studio. I'd have loved to be there with you guys to share the moments.
We understand that. Traffic, Lagos. That's what it is. Okay, the girls, I mean, we expected them to actually pick a victory in this one, and it was convincing. You monitored the game, you watch it. What do you think?
To be honest, I didn't expect any less from the Tigers. If you look at the way they've played, you know, in the past couple of tournaments, you would expect that they would come out with a bang. Yeah, they struggled a little bit in the beginning, which is also something you can, at least give them some slack for. They haven't practiced together in months. Only got less than a week to come together in Serbia and try to play against the Mozambique, who, of course, will be putting all their cards on the table, knowing fully well that Nigeria might be the only team they will be able to beat. So we started a bit slowly. Typical of first games in any tournament, even if you are the world champion or the third defending champion of the tournament. So yeah, the first quarter wasn't too good, but the second quarter we picked up. The third quarter we just went on a groove straight, and then and we just coasted them. I like the fact that we did it emphatically. I think it's about 34 points differential, good enough in case anything happens along the way and there's a need for a head-to-head or a points differential. We put ourselves in a very, very good place. It just works.
All right, Femi, let me ask you this. As much as we're impressed with that victory, I take it from you that we weren't expecting anything less. You talked about the slow start. How much of a worry is that? Because a lot of people are like, if we had played a stronger team, probably we might not have been able to recover. And like you, a lot also cutting them slack because, just coming together and all that. But how concerned are you about that kind of slow start? You think we're going to see it again, or, we're done with that?
For me, I think we are over that on. We are just over it because you just alluded to we didn't have enough time to practice. This was the first game of the tournament. I think this gives us that competitive feel. For the girls who are still struggling to get their let me use Mamba mentality as a way going to now there's an awakening that okay, now this is competition. So their mind and their body settling into that group. And I think Mozambique was a very good start. It's typical African basketball. A lot of physicality and energy to it. So
okay. Femi, I'm enjoying everything you're saying, but I need to put you on hold. We need to go on a break, and when we return from that break, this conversation has to continue because there's a lot to talk about on the show this morning. We need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, still so much for you on Sports This Morning. Join us again. All right, welcome back. Okay, well, we still have Femi Adefeso with us. Femi, I want you to continue with just let me finish your line of thoughts, the things you were saying before we went on that break.
Yes, thank you very much, Yemi. I was trying to lay emphasis on the fact that Mozambique gave us a good awakening. They sort of shook us up with the kind of play and the physicality of the African women's basketball. But now we're playing Serbia. Serbia will be with a little more finesse, a little more tact. So we'll use more of our brains as it were, because they will do a lot of ball movement and we'll be trying to open up spaces which Coach Otis Ugly will need to really look out for. At the post-game conference, he talked about shooting and why he brought in Elizabeth Bami, which I think is a smart one because most of these girls that we play against next, the Serbians and the Americans, they are quite taller, they are bigger. If you look at our size in comparison, we are no match with them. So driving to the basket, like I'm a promise, Amukamara, Isinikali, we're successfully doing over and over again. It will be a little more difficult, really, and we would have to rely more on mid-range shooting, shooting from outside the arc as well, and will be very, very key to being successful.
Now, for me, I think I'm a bit worried because the 3-point range is like we're really poor in that one. As you mentioned earlier, if you're playing against the USA and all that trying to get into the basket, trying to just play over and all that might just be difficult for the girls. What should the coach do differently?
Practice. That's all they can do. They probably would spend their entire practice time shooting 3-pointers and doing defensive drills to ensure that they can cover players the other side for Serbia and in the subsequent games. They just need to practice those shots. 3-point shots is about reading, it's about getting the groove. A lot of these girls, thank God, they play in Europe. They're already used to some of these things that the Serbians will bring. Even though, the pressure of the fans too might count for something. Yeah. I think this they know how to play under the pressure of crowd. Let's just look back to Senegal and how much go against them. So the crowd may not necessarily be an advantage because I was telling someone that, coincidentally, it could even be a disadvantage to the Serbians. Imagine we get on the groove and it's now pressure on them to come back and that might not be good for them. They don't need to get their groove early. I like the fact that they don't show respect to they played USA before, mind you, at the World Cup, and 3 quarters were in that game.
Yeah.
Looking like we could the card for US became USA, of course, and managed to get the victory at the end of it. So it's going to be more of let them just practice their shooting as much as possible, so the girls that can shoot can actually get into the team, say, "Well, go play release as well," and see what.
Okay, Femi, I think we're done with the girls and wish them all the luck they can have against their next opponents. But let's talk about the NBA. Let's talk about some of the games played. Which one gets you talking? A lot of people talking about the Rockets, how they were able to stun the Lakers. But I don't know which one is the one that you really want to talk about.
To be fair enough, what I want to talk about is the NBA trade deadline, which was yesterday.
No.
And there was a lot of movement in the NBA. Well, it's just like the same way you see the for football, where it's trade deadline and everybody players are moving. For me, the Clippers did a fantastic job in fortifying their team. They got 2 key pieces that they really needed on their side, which is Isaiah Thomas, the famous Boston Celtics, who was led of, and Marcus Morris, one player who is very, very efficient. He knows how to do the defensive duty very well. I mean, joining the Clippers just fortifies them and makes them so good. Another team that impressed that was Miami. Their ability to pull strong, and they got some very, very nice pieces. Joining them, Jay Crowder got there, and Andre Iguodala. We've talked about him not playing all season. It's because he didn't want to play for Memphis Grizzlies after he was traded from the Golden State Warriors. Now he's going to it, and it's looking like Sabota has it in his hands, and they can keep him so well in that Eastern Conference. I think Philadelphia 76ers, they've trumped it. They're going to go down. I think they are 6th in the Eastern Conference at the moment. So it's just gotten from bad to worse for them. I heard the let's go of Tribon, and so that team just goes to and the LA Lakers too missed it. Want to trail Kyle For every reason, I don't know why, but it's looking like they have a very slim as compared to what the Clippers have been able to do with their team, and it just makes the postseason a little more interesting. Might just be in for some surprise during playoff time.
Okay, quickly, before we wrap up this one, D'Angelo Russell, we didn't see this coming. I mean, he was drafted Golden State Warriors just in July here, and right now he's back to, he's going to Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, how would this really affect them, knowing that their performance this season has been shambolic, and of course, D'Angelo Russell happens to be one of their top players this season?
Well, I think from the very onset, the Golden State Warriors didn't really need, or it wasn't a good place to fit D'Angelo Russell's kind of play. I forgot to mention that earlier. We got in Andrew Wiggins, and most of the pundits in America for the NBA said that Wiggins, though he was drafted number 1, doesn't seem to have the caliber of the best player on the team. He will best likely make the second or the third best player on the team, despite the fact that he's averaging over 20 points a game, in the last couple of years, and he's been very good, but he's just that player that doesn't command all of that. And I think Golden State Warriors suits him because by the time Steph Curry and Klay Thompson come back, already he's sure that they forfeited this season, Golden State Warriors. Having him there would be huge because he's not a primary shooter, and he is more of a player who likes to drive to the bucket. He can score under pressure, unlike Klay, and like Klay, who is a set shooter, he moves in with the ball. So I think that's a very good fit. And for D'Angelo Russell, it starts with his best friend. We are told Karl Anthony Towns is one of his buddies. So going to Minnesota, though they are not a team that will compete for anything really, but it kind of settles things for them. And Minnesota now can begin to grow beyond, because there's been a chaos situation with Russell and Anthony Towns leader. So I think is a step in the right direction of rebuilding that dynasty next couple of years, and it's just balanced. And Russell was never really a long-term prospect for Golden State. think it was nice that somewhere where he can and become that great player that I think.
All right, Femi, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning on this. Thank you. Hopefully next time we'll get to have you right here in the studio. That's what we'll prefer, not via Skype. Thank you.